The movie Inheritance begins at the opulent Abernethy mansion where billionaire Charles Abernethy summons his 4 estranged children for a family reunion just a day before his 75th birthday. It's been 2 years since their mother's death and the siblings Charles Jr., CJ, Madeline Dew and Cammy are reuniting for the first time since her passing. The mansion is fully staffed and secure with all servants and security personnel dismissed for the night save for the family's lawyer Miles, who will leave once the doors are locked behind him. Charles, who has orchestrated this peculiar gathering, reveals a shocking twist. He is expecting to be killed before midnight as a consequence of past wrongdoings. He explains that he has made enemies due to a nefarious business deal and thus has vacated the mansion of external security to avoid betrayal. His will stipulates that if he is killed, his vast fortune will be donated to charity. Conversely, if his children successfully protect him, the estate will be divided among them. As the evening progresses, tensions run high. CJ and Madeline, who manage different branches of their father's empire, are resentful of their siblings Cammy, a social media influencer, and Dew, who works in charity rather than the family business. Their dissatisfaction is exacerbated when Dew's wife Hannah arrives uninvited, further inflaming the mood. The family splits up to search the mansion and ensure it is secure. Cammy, exploring the wine cellar, feels a sense of imminent danger and is locked out by a mysterious force. CJ arrives in time to rescue her. Meanwhile, strange occurrences unfold. CJ experiences unsettling phenomena like objects moving on their own, and Cammy sees eerie shadows in her video recordings by the pool. Soon Cammy is found dead in the pool, her body showing signs of foul play. The siblings are horrified but initially dismiss it as an accident, attributing her death to intoxication. However, Charles insists that Cammy's death was the work of a supernatural entity, a spirit he believes is seeking retribution for his past misdeeds. Charles further complicates matters by indicating that the killer could be a spirit rather than a human, adding another layer of fear and confusion. As the night progresses, the siblings' paranoia and distrust escalate. They secure Charles in the library, with CJ retrieving a rifle with only 2 bullets for protection. The twins CJ and Madeline suspect Dew and Hannah of plotting against them and attempt to isolate themselves from the others. The movie intensifies as it becomes clear that the mansion's layout and security measures are designed to keep the family trapped. The twins' suspicions lead them to the mansion's antique room, where they encounter terrifying manifestations of the spirit. Their attempt to escape through a secret passage is thwarted and they are forced to confront the growing horror. The climax reveals the true nature of the threat. Charles had made a deal with a dark entity named Demise years ago, trading his future prosperity for power. The pact required that on his 75th birthday Charles would sacrifice his entire bloodline to fulfill the deal. The spirit was sent to collect this due. Charles, fearing for his own life after his wife's death, tried to alter the deal by setting up this deadly game for his children. The tension culminates as CJ and Madeline find themselves fighting for survival. They discover the horrifying truth in a hidden room filled with occult artifacts. As midnight approaches, the remaining siblings attempt to confront Charles, only to be met with further betrayal. Charles reveals his ultimate betrayal. He intended for his children to be sacrificed to settle the deal with Demise. In the final confrontation, Hannah finds a rifle with a single bullet and uses it to kill Charles. In the aftermath, Demise arrives to collect Charles's soul, completing the sinister pact. With Charles dead and the deal fulfilled, Demise's true form is revealed briefly before disappearing with Charles. Hannah, left with the remaining survivors, exits the mansion just as the morning light breaks. The film concludes with Miles unlocking the doors and the survivors escaping the mansion's horrors. Inheritance is a gripping tale of greed, betrayal, and supernatural retribution, set against the backdrop of a family's fractured relationships and a father's desperate attempt to escape the consequences of his past. If you enjoy watching this video, then subscribe to Angel Recaps for the latest movies explanation.